Alright everybody, welcome back to another episode of our 4th Age Total War Tharbad campaign. We've got a Troll Battle Redux coming up, and I think this is the last one. I did try a quick run through of this, and it was a freeze crash type situation when I panned over to look at the Troll unit there. And I think this is because I'm recording part of the issue. There is a Troll fix I haven't applied yet. Again, it's just, it's inexcusable. What can I say? And so what I'll do is I'll just do what we did in the last time, which worked out pretty well, actually. We'll just get the guys all set up, and we'll get ready to sort of contest the crossing here. We've got a pretty good army, though, this time. So I'm going to grab and do these guys kind of in groups. We'll have you 3 archers over here, just the mercenaries, and you 3 archers over here. I want them off skirmish and on guard mode, just so that they perform a little bit better. We're going to do the swordsmen in also shield wall and guard mode. We're going to put them about like that. I think 3 deep is going to be pretty reasonable. We will also have next to them, let's go with spears of the bridge. Do you, and the other one is here. I think there's only 2 of these units. Whoops. Yes, so you can go like right there. Some of this is going to be messed up like as soon as we move. So yeah, it doesn't matter too much. And we've got 3 pike units. And so this is pretty great, I think. Pike units are nice. We'll put them like that. And the last one will be over here. This is kind of like the end of the line, the pikes. But yeah, all of you guys are going to be on guard mode. And what else? We've got, I guess, you. And all of you can sort of comprise a second line. I think I want the Tharbad militia and the spears a little bit back further, just so visually I can keep them apart from the better units. Wait a second. Okay, yes. We want you there, and I think that makes sense. Alright, so let's select the archers first and run them up. About there. And I want all of this line to go right about here. Run you all up. You guys there, and I think I'll bring you guys over here. I'm going to leave the cavalry hidden in the woods, just because there may be a bit of a morale benefit to doing that. Okay, maybe I should bring the pikes up a little bit farther. It's kind of hard to order pikemen to go exactly where you want. As you can see, they kind of get out of formation, because it's just the nature of that two-handed animation or something. They go a little bit off from where you paint them, so you have to pull them more forward than you would think. I think that'll be okay. Maybe I can go, actually you guys are just about good, but maybe I can bring you a little bit more. And of course, you know, we've got to worry about all the typical things, the bodyguards. Speaking of bodyguards, I mean berserkers, but we do have a bodyguard unit over here. We've got just the reinforcement from last bridge. This is just a single unit of Adunabar nobles. And so, you know, I might want to send you guys to deal with this. Let's just take 2. Probably don't need even that many. We'll run them over. And we've got our cavalry, and the cav can deal with that, I think. Just triple check all you guys. Why don't I put you back? You know, there's no point in getting you sort of sucked into the melee if we can avoid it. Okay, cavalry, yeah, let's go here. And these are very weak units, but I think all we need to do is just kind of hold up the Adunabar nobles and get a nice target for our medium cav to charge. So let's send them in. And they're going to maybe run away. Okay. Okay. going to keep my eyes on this, actually. I would like to kill this guy. We're not sieging the city. Alright, they are charging now. Great. Whoops. Get the cavalry selected. Let's go over here. We are not besieging the city, so we're not going to get this. Unless there is a scenario in which we might be able to get it, and that is if we kill the bodyguard and kill, like, you know, enough of the main army there. Okay. I'll let them halt. And then if there's not enough men, or they can't recruit anything, or there's not enough population to do so in the city, then even though it is their turn because they are attacking me, then they won't be able to train anything there. And that might allow me to get the city when it comes back to my turn. That's pretty rare, though. Usually there's just like some unit nearby that they can just sort of sneak in. Alright, I'm going to leave these guys in. 38. If we get down under 30, I'll pull them out. But, I mean, 8 seems like we can... Yeah, we can do this. 5, broken, nowhere to run. Great. Okay, that is very nice. Alright. And we're just going to pull out of here. Oh, jeez. I moused over the trolls. And I can tell that I did because I saw the banner for the general here. Now, there's a bit of a problem with this situation, and that is if we do kill the general, he is a troll unit. The captain of this army is a troll, and am I going to get crashed? No. Very nice. So I was a little worried about that. You saw the little Dunedain spawn out of the troll's carcass there, and that is an invisible guy, only appearing when the... you know, when the general actually dies. So, are we good? Are we good now? I hear, like, crashing. There could be some trolls still here. I definitely hear berserkers still, so I'm a little worried about that. A lot of people are routing, and I'm just gonna hang out. This is great. We're not even fighting here anymore. It's like, did we, Dang, did we do it? Is that it? Let's see what we got for corpses here. 1. Okay, here's berserkers. 63. There's quite a lot of them. But they're routing. Oh, this is great. Great. 1, 2, 3, 4. I see 4 corpses. Beautiful. But look, these were full units. There's 13 men here. So I think we got like half of the trolls. I think there are some more trolls, and they could come back. But look at this. Alright, I'm going to speed up the battle timer. I mean... yeah, they could come back. What's this? Orc Raiders. Okay, great. We're getting a little low on arrows, so at some point it is really going to come down to just melee. They're going to have to decide either to rout off the field completely, because I'm not going to bother chasing them, or... they're going to have to show up. Okay, they do have some archers. Yeah, that is annoying. We want to wait and deal with this, though. Oh, great. I love when they route through. Let's go and chase them down. So what we may want to do is we'll move you guys back. We'll put some axemen here. Put you guys on guard mode. Maybe get the general down, too. These 56 Mariner Swordsmen are doing pretty good. Alright, is anyone else getting up the nerve to do another charge? It doesn't look like it. It looks like they're all kind of walking away. Oh, jeez. Do I dare run over here and see what we got? 'Cause this is going to be infantry, guys. It's not going to be the trolls, I think. The trolls are already gone. Okay, but they're not routing. Okay, they're marching away. We'll just let them get off the field. And I don't know if that's going to be the absolute end of the trolls now. But we did. Geez, we killed a decent amount here. You know, we could have done more, but I don't have enough cav to really consistently fight those archers and win really well. So If they were in a full rout, I'd consider it, but a lot of these guys are just withdrawing. That's fine, though. I think this is what we kind of wanted to do. So it looks like just that last unit getting off the field. Are they gonna, what I'm wondering about is, are they going to retreat sort of through us and into Last Bridge, even though this army attacked from the west? They may. Maybe they'll go all the way back up to Ettendale. Okay. Is there going to be a unit in there next turn? No, there's not. Oh, that is so great. You know, to commemorate this, just to make sure that nothing goes horribly wrong here, we're going to save it. Okay, so we've got Last Bridge back. And what's that? That's my my nemesis there. Let's get the spy around. All right. Can I select you? Yeah. Wait, is that Aragorn? Aragorn of Last Bridge. All right. We can't see. Yep, there are some trolls. There's a few hill trolls. All right, so that's going to be annoying. It might be the kind of thing, honestly, where we could auto-calc it if we've got a good enough army. But yes, okay, good. So that's over. We've got Last Bridge back. What do I want to take it with? This guy's really old.
Captain.
He is the General of Bree, and he did a good amount of work. Right, what we wanted to do is to give this Hero of the Dunedain to Kirion of Breeland, who is not the best. He's an Aorling, which is interesting. Not really that helpful up here. There's no barbarians hereabouts, but the law bonus could be useful. He's intelligent, so he could be a governor someplace, someplace that I want the law bonus, you know? Although that is overcome by the fact that he's considered. So he's a bit of a softy. All right, well, he's mostly useful as a general, so the Hero of the Dunedain is going to be most useful in that regard anyway. Morale, bonuses, all over the place. So let's get these two guys together. And I'm going to need to put some units inside Last Bridge. Who do I want to go there? Well, I mean, I guess I could send the mercs. So let's mix some of you guys up. I'd prefer not to lose a unit completely. So we'll put you inside Last Bridge, and we'll just occupy because the population is so low. And okay, we're good to go with a fiefdom dominion already. I think we'll just go for it. It's very sad that we have to spend all that money again, but at least they built the provincial pacification for me. So we can build off of that, as long as we remember to not tick this button, because as we saw before, that would destroy this building. And the way I know that is because it says in parentheses Dunedainic in the tooltip there. Provincial pacification, and then parentheses Dunedainic. Even though I am also a Dunedainic faction, that sort of description of the culture is telling me that I didn't build it. So if there's anything here that I did build, which there isn't because I didn't get that far, then it just wouldn't have that little tag. So for contrast, we can go to Bree, and we can see like this says Tharbad, Fiefdom Dominion Tharbad. It doesn't say Dunedainic, but this does, this does. These are all things I didn't build, right? Prancing Pony. I always wish you could destroy this, but oh well. I mean, not for this playthrough, but if you're, if you're playing a barbarian faction, like you're playing Dunland and you get up into Bree, it'd be nice to destroy the Prancing Pony, right? There's probably some reason why that can't be destroyed. Okay, so what we want to do now is sort of decide who we're leaving. We're going to leave that 18, because I think we can retrain him. Yeah, okay. I'm going to keep the 38 Cav, though, because that's actually... It's actually a pretty good sized unit, and we will... Wow. Well, population is not as bad as I thought. It's just over 1,000. Low income taxes gives us a good public order, so let's meet the two of you, and we will pass you the Hero of the Dunedain, and I'm going to actually pass along the High Captain of Horse. Not that it's going to make this guy better, but it's going to ensure that he takes command if there's another family member sort of in the way. And now what I'm going to do, I guess we'll bring you back to Bree. You've got a couple of years, maybe you can live out your time in retirement. And we've got these mercenary units that I really don't need, I think, in Tardal. which we didn't even get around to building anything in. But let's see, 2 units worth. And I'll put you in last bridge as well. And yeah, let's go. Oh, we've got a spy here already. We got 2 spies. Okay, we don't need an emissary then. Let's see. Wow, these guys are great. Let's see what we can do here. 100% chance to spy on this. Oh ho ho ho. All right, let's go around. Yeah, only 2 trolls, but it's gonna create a 3rd troll when we attack because that's going to be the captain unit. There's a lot of these berserkers, but what's interesting to me about that last battle is how different it was from the first bridge battle we fought against basically this, you know, kind of army, right? And they did so much better there. And I'm not sure exactly what it is. Well, I guess their general got killed pretty quick, right? So that just vaporized the morale of all of these units, even the berserkers. Okay, so we would be pretty good to take this out. I really don't want to because I don't want to fight trolls again. But we need to make space for 1 more unit. Okay, so we'll send you back. How about this? We'll send you back for retraining to Tharbad. I think that's the nearest place we can hope to get you retrained. And we'll put all of you guys together. And you know, I am going to auto-calc this one. Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, we'll be doing that later. And once we take care of this little army and get rid of those trolls once for all, I think we can start building in Tardal without feeling too badly about it, without feeling too worried that we're going to get attacked and lose it. But what I am worried about is the south. We saw in the last episode that I was not doing well against Dunland, and this is why I think, you know, in the past I've valued Tharbad as a difficult faction, because in the past I tended to get into wars in the south rather than in the north early on, and it's relatively easy to fight Dunedain as Tharbad because you've got similar-ish units. You've even got the Mariners, the swordsmen with the javelins, which are great, and it's actually really hard to fight Dunland. They've just got so many more men, and they've all got javelins too. So that has been proven in this episode, or in this series, that Dunland is really more of a problem than you might expect. So we've got 4 archers here, we've got 2 axes, we've got 2 spears of the bridge. And population is 2,000, and we are continuing to build farms to help that. Well, that's not going to help the population at this tier, but it's going to help our money. So we've got enough money also to think about, you know, just continuing to grow a large army, and then maybe send these guys down south at the same time we're sending another army down south over there. So who do we want to build? Maybe we do want 2 units of Mariner Bowmen, just to get us 6. Although we're likely to get mercenary units down here that are archers. So I think I want maybe the more robust guys, and I think here's where the axemen of Tharbad are going to be most useful, because it's 80 men versus 61, and they have the same defensive stats but better attack. So I think I'll lean into them a little bit more. Okay, 4,000. Now, in Swan Fleets, what did I say we were going to do here? Was it military? I can't remember. We probably don't need to decide policy just now, but I think it would be good to get into military building anyway, control posts, so we can start to draw from the population here. And let's see, Amonsul, we can already train, so there's no real need. Fornost, population's actually to the point where we could train like a single unit. Just barely. So what I want to consider now, because we've got a decent amount of men up here, and their numbers are okay. If we go up to this, we'll be able to retrain militia, which is not awesome. And then if we go military, which we are, I guess we should do this. I guess we should. But before we do that, let's just go for something cheaper so that we continue to make money next turn. Alright, looks like they're falling back to Ettendale, which is fitting. Alright, yeah, last bridge. Let's just double check that we actually trained them in terms of numbers. Yes, we did, okay. I'm a little worried about that because sometimes when you can retrain something, it's just the, you know, upgrading their XP or giving them weapon or armor upgrades. Alright, 2077 to 2320 in terms of income. So this guy, just by being here, is making me, you know, 150 a turn. And then that's going to get better because he currently doesn't have his attuned governor trait. Okay, we've got another family member here. I don't know where he came from, but he looks old. And here's the trolls. Alright, let's hit you. And what's annoying is they're gonna stand and fight here. Okay, they're not. Interesting. Let's hit you. I'm just gonna auto-resolve. It's 70 men, it's spears. So we'll see what this is. We've got 1144. And we lost one guy. Alright, that's pretty effective. Let's now do this. And what I'm a little annoyed at, what I was trying to say earlier, I guess we'll move the spy out of the way, is that this is the kind of battle that I'd normally like to fight in order to sort of get the city this turn. But I don't really want to with the trolls and everything. So let's see how this goes. This could be a disaster. Alright, clear victory. We lost a couple hundred. They're going to go back in. There's probably some trolls who survived. No, okay, so that's the end of the trolls. Fantastic. Alright, and now I'm willing to do that in part because the army up here is a little less consequential at this point, I feel. You know, we're not going to be seeing huge... Okay, here's... What's this? What's this? Yeah, we're not going to be seeing good armies of Adunabar, right? We're going to be seeing whatever they can happen to train, which is exactly this stuff. Grim Spears, and, you know, Ariador Spearmen. That's it. They get some leftover orcs, you know, a substantial unit, but that seems like that's going to be it. And here, you know, they're barely at the point where they can train another unit here. So as we continue to build up Fornost, we'll be able to repel anything they throw at us there. All right, what are you doing? Yes, you're going down to Tharbad. Okay, Greyholm. Right, we don't want to neglect this. I think we'll go with another Axeman, and we should just keep training stuff here. Right, Lord's Barracks. So 3 more seasons, and we can retrain the city longbowmen. Let's go with some Mariner Swordsmen, considering the great value of this. Just 650 Mirian. That's fantastic. I know the upkeep's kind of high on them, but I think it's well worth it. And we've got money to build in 3 ways, too. So maybe this is a good time to go tillage. Yeah, another couple hundred. No corruption. I mean, look at all this trade. So that's nice. Population is going to improve a bit as well, and then we can, you know, we could consider going up to tier 2. Although, interestingly, they've already set it up as military, which I think I want to undo. I think we want to go trade here, just seeing all of those little trade card icons. All right, what's this? A little Dunlending Rogue. So this is telling me that they're thinking about attacking here pretty soon. This is what we call assassins in the mod, rogues. Let's go with a 4th Axeman unit, and we've got a spy here just to kind of prevent whatever they're doing.
Yes, master.
We're training, we're training. What do you have? Nothing yet. I guess we can go with some militia just to kind of help out. 3 ways, I think it's just militia. Yeah, just low tier stuff. We don't need that. All right. So I think we're good in terms of all those things. Did I forget to put Tardal or Ettendale under siege? No, I didn't. We've got that. We've got that ready to go. Okay. The other thing we want to check for is if Adunabar is planning on anything else. Like sometimes they'll send an army over to Angmar to try to capture Karn Doom. Doesn't look like they're interested in that. So that is great news. And Dunfrecka still is Dunlandish, and this is not under siege either. So it looks like stalemate is holding, which is great as far as I'm concerned. Okay, good. And in fact, Dunland is feeling confident enough to push against Rohan, which is also great. And they're not attacking me right now. So that's awesome. I think they perceive correctly that Rohan is, you know, technically the bigger threat at the moment. But what I'm kind of disappointed in is that the Reunited Kingdom's doing nothing over here. It could be that they don't feel strong enough, but come on. You guys are probably really rich. Although, now I'm kind of wondering. I have no idea how they're doing down there. I mean, Rohan is still intact as far as I can tell. I mean, there's some siege activity or something going on here. But it looks like everything is kind of status quo. So I would think the United Kingdom would be doing okay, especially now that I've clarified their mission for them a little bit. Or Adunabar has, right? Because they don't have anything up here to distract them. Alright, 5 turns. Do we want to just... Yeah. I mean, this is more costly than it would be if I was fighting it, probably. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I think it is. But just in the interest of time and the fact that I'm not a huge fan of fighting sieges, we'll do this. I'm curious if this guy is... okay, good. He's Patron of the West, so he's not a Shadow Cult kind of fellow. We'll get rid of this, so that gives us a little bit of more money. This is financial. I guess that's okay. I mean, this might be a place that I consider going admin, because I don't think there's any trade goods here. Let's take a look. Trade summary scroll. So, Tardal. We're basically trading timber, iron, and horses with Tardal, and I mean, we might have iron. Kind of hard to tell. This is the Ettenmoors. Let's see. I'm not seeing any iron. Tardal has the timber. Where's the horses? Yep, Tardal has the horses. And I'm going to guess they have the iron as well. Iron is kind of tough to spot, especially in wintertime. It's just very tiny. But I wonder if it's like over here. I mean, maybe I've got it like somewhere up here in these hills. But nevertheless, I don't think it's going to be a huge, like, trade province. Okay, so now we do have quite a few places that are waiting on Homeland Dominion. This is 4 seasons away, and these two have nothing. They're not even started. But since we've got the army here, let's start it in Ettendale. And since I'm thinking Adunabar is maybe more likely to attack Tardal. I'm not sure, but it's at least 50-50. So yeah, let's do this, do that. I'll wait on restoring things, but I will go with an emissary just to prevent bribery. And my gosh, we've got a lot of money to spend. Okay, Bree. Let's go with Bree. Now, in Bree currently, we've got just basic spearmen. Going up to this level seems kind of pointless. And this is very much a Dunedainic province, so this would be good to start down, because I don't need to worry about converting the population accidentally, like I do with 3 ways, right? The only reason I haven't done this kind of thing in 3 ways is because this is going to be a public order problem for me, the longer I wait. But actually, it'll be less of a problem the longer I wait, because we are squeezing out, you know, the Shadow Cult, just by virtue of all the nearby provinces that are... you know, ways of the West. So that gradually will overcome, but I don't want to make that happen too soon. But with Bree, we've got no reason not to. So let's go ahead for town councils. You know, it's not that awesome, but it will get better. And let's see, everything else, I guess for Greyholm we could go with something. We went military here, so let's go right ahead with 7,100 for the hosting halls. Going to give us swordsmen, pikemen, and cav. Just gives us a lot more options in the area, I think. And Londere we could actually invest in too. Might be nice to cut down some of this corruption. So, you know, maybe a library? I mean, if we we're not going military, right? So we're not going to get that much. We're not going to get any better troops than we currently have. This is going to cost us about 100, but it's going to save us about 100. I think it's going to be better overall. And then it'll give us an option in terms of ballistas eventually. All right, we'll go with that. And then I wonder if I want to move any of these guys out. Population's so bad. You are not a governor of anything, and I think I want to keep him that way. So we'll move some of these guys out. Let's leave you, the Eridor Spearmen. Yeah, that'll be just fine. Low taxes, low taxes. I think this is low. So we may as well, you know, invest in that as well.
Your Honor.
And let's get a spy up here. Okay, so I kind of want to get close to retraining. Let's kind of mosey him off in this direction. And we will go with some pikes. I guess I shouldn't be too, you know, operating too far from, you know, from this area, though, because they do have this. Right, technically they do have Rivendell, even though I don't think they can produce very much. And it looks like the Bjornings have failed to take a high pass stronghold, which is good. Yeah, we'll go like there, so we can kind of keep an eye on both. So I'm not too worried about attack from the east, but, you know, they could send their couple of units outside of Rivendell in theory and cause problems in Lastbridge. So we need to be kind of close. Yeah, this. So what they're going to do is this guy's going to come, you know, down somewhere, and it's going to be annoying. But that's why we've got all these backup guys. All right, come on. Let's take you and you. We'll trade you out. I think this should all be fine to defend against, you know, this, which is looking pretty weak. But we'll stay close. And where else? Oh yeah, we got a little fight happening up here, or shaping up anyway. You know, the other thing is I could take these guys, but let's wait, you know, a few more years, and we'll at least get some different things. We'll get Tharbad militia, we'll get some javelins, and then you know, then I might go for a Newman ass actually. Ridmallen. You know, I'm going to go with town councils. There's like no downside to that here. And at some point, we've got 2 more provinces here that we can take that I have forgotten about. This is going to help trade here, which I need to remember. Because Ridmallen is only doing land trade, but it's pretty good. 536. And it's trading with 3 ways, so that's getting 156. It's trading a lot with Tharbad, even the Northgard Fort. So if we open up 2 more places. Actually, it'll only be 1, because Minhiriath is the only province here. We won't trade with Aaron Vorn, but regardless, opening this up would be kind of nice. And obviously, both of these are going to give, you know, some benefits too. But those are things that I can just add to what I already have. So 16, we could really consider this 18, because I am going to get those 2. And just kind of planning ahead, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 for the little fort, 24, 25. I definitely want to get 26. I'm kind of feeling like we might want to go 27 for Dunfrecka. 28, we got to get Rivendell. 29, the fort, right, to hold that. Maybe. And then 30, right? Like, I mean, we want to clear out all of this. So our sort of path forward is pretty straightforward. All right, let's go for some pikes, and let's go for some spears of the bridge. What did I do here? I've got 4 of you axes. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's go with a couple more archers. I'm just not seeing anything down here yet. I'd love to get another person coming of age, though. So let's check out the family tree of the guy over in Londare. Okay, he's not showing up. That means he belongs, which makes sense, he belongs to a completely different family tree, right? He's not related to these people at all. He's a Dunlanding. So the unfortunate thing is we don't know if he's got any kids coming, and he's looking pretty old. So we'll just have to pay attention. If it looks like there's an adoption possibility, we want to take that. Let's move some of you guys around. And yeah, we're probably good, honestly. Everything's building. Although Swan Fleet. Yeah, let's go military too. I'd like to find a nice sort of fitting climactic moment to end the episode on. Not sure what that would look like at this point. There's not really a specific goal I'm building towards. I'm just kind of regrouping, I guess. So this is kind of an in-between one. Tardal and Ettendale, okay. Making 10,000 a turn. This is pretty nice. I'm just going to go ahead and spend it all and then more some. More and more than that. Let's see. Let's just double check there's not like one troll in there now. It's all the worst units you could possibly imagine. Okay, so they could get close to one of these places pretty soon. 2 more seasons for Fiefdom Dominion there, and then like 6 more for those. Alright. So I think the plan is going to be this. Once you get some reinforcements, and these guys are all okay, we move you north. Right? Obviously this is not the best army that I've got. Let's actually see about this. This is a little embarrassing. So I want to clean up you and you. All these militia guys took a beating in the last auto-calc. So, alright, we can't separate them now, but I want to bring a lot of you guys down to retrain. But what I could do is actually retrain the cavalry here in Lastbridge, I'm pretty sure. So what we'll do is basically I want to use this army to go here. Because there's no, like, border-wise, there's no other presence of Adunabar over here. If I were to use this army to attack this, then these guys would feel free to attack me here in these adjacent provinces. But if I attack here, right, I'm still safe because it's just rebels over here. They're not going to attack me in Ettendale. And Tardal doesn't border anything else other than Foroddrain right now in terms of hostile provinces. So if I take this myself, then Tardal will also be completely protected. And so I'll only have to worry about attack from Adunabar in Fornost or Foroddrain. And Adunabar has not taken Forochel. They do have Northern Arthedain, but this might be it. Just these 2. So I go here, and then I go here, and obviously, yes, a Numinas. But I'm just feeling a lot better about that. Alright, I did train you, but I'm going to send you down to Greyholm. And you are going to go to Tharbad for retraining. Aha! City Longbowmen ready to go. Alright, we're losing a decent amount of money right now, but that's okay. In the south, again, like I'm not sure. Maybe what I ought to do is invest in yet another scout and just see what Dunland's forces look like in those sort of western Enedwaith provinces. Alright. Perfect. I mean, he's not the best. He's inept. But he's energetic. He's Aorling. That's okay. He doesn't get the bad, penalty to enemy agents. So that's good. We know he's young because he's newcome to manhood. He's overbold, that's not great. But he is energetic, so that does improve his hit points and kind of balances it out. So I'm happy with that. And in fact, I want him to be not inside the Brie province. We've got you too. You're pretty decent. But I think I want you down south. What I'm realizing that I've been waiting for down here is a general to lead this army. So that is going to be you. At least you're going to lead one of the armies down against Dunland. I'm going to get him down to Tharbad, see if I can retrain him for, armor or something. I have a feeling I can. And Londair. Okay, we got 6 archers now. We've got 4 of the Axemen of Tharbad. Alright, let's go with a scout. Let's go with... You know what? Let's go with another longbowman. We can train family members too, but let's go with a longbowman. And 2, 3, 4. Yeah, what do we want to do here? 1, 2. Maybe we'll just hold. We'll go with a Tharbad militia just to sort of hold off, you know, just to hold up public order while we're gone. We'll go up here. And actually, this is my king, isn't it? Yeah, he's getting old, which is unfortunate.
Sir! Yes, Captain! Sir!
Alright, they didn't move at all. Well, maybe they did. Someone may have. Let's see what you are.
On my way.
Alright, that's 1 unit of spearmen. Before I forget, though, we'll send you down to Last Bridge, and we'll also, let's see, we'll send you down. And you, and you. You know what, though? I think the Tharbad militia are just so replaceable, there's not much of a point. Yeah, I guess that's good. We've got some Spears of the Bridge. We've got some pikemen. Okay. Yeah, you guys can go back down to Tharbad for retraining. And this army is good enough to go, quite honestly. This army, I'm quite sure, could defeat whatever we're going to see in forward range. So let's get up in their face a little bit. Oh, and there's some mercenaries. Nice. Now, I would like to get Rond Lossoth, too, for the purpose of training my own Lossoth warriors. Where's my capital, actually? 3 ways. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's good in terms of money, but we may need to change it if we're conquering up in the north. Okay. So now here, we've got all the military stuff we could want. And I think we want to go for crop rotation, making us another couple hundred easily. You know, and then we'll eventually work on law buildings to cut down some of that corruption. Okay, I think that's good. And yes, we will end the season. See if Adunabar is going to hit us in the north. I don't think they will. More likely, they're going to just leave annoying units. Yeah. Just going to move like 2 guys over to Ettendale. Okay, so what is in here? Oh, it's my single pathetic spearman unit. Well, I mean, honestly, these guys could easily handle that. So that's why I'm bringing up reinforcements. It's not for the reasons I think. Sometimes I think, okay, they're going to be attached to the main army, and that's what the point is. But sometimes the point is no, because there are these little teeny armies that you want to deal with. Okay, but we are now in a nice position. I think I will splurge on the Merchant Square. That'll allow us to train a spy. And, yeah, the wooden walls. We'll retrain all those things. And we can also go ahead for a construction charter. And in Tardal and Ettendale, we're still building. And can we retrain you in Tharbad? No, okay. Fair enough. You are... Okay, Master of the Havens. What does that give? Authority and trade. That's actually really nice. I'm going to keep him with that. But I'm going to take all of you guys, and we're going to go down to Greyholm. And we're going to... Okay, so you're actually... Ooh. Yeah, we'll take all of this. And everybody but the spearmen. We got 2 spearmen. Let's see what this looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4 open slots. See, we've only got 1 cav unit. I could go with another here. I could go with another here. Just get 2 cav easily, and then they're able to follow the army. And then there might be other mercenaries available elsewhere. Okay, so we've got an extra spy here. Let's leave the one with a network, because he's going to potentially protect against roguish activity. And down here in Lymphalis, we can see... Oh, there's the ruler here. Sheld the Hunter. Very nice. Very nice Chieftain's Guardsman unit. 62 men. We don't know his traits, so we can't get a sense of his age, although you can tell he's looking somewhat old. Otherwise, though, just Dunlandish Huntsman. So this would be a difficult fight for this army, but not impossible, I think. What we'll do, though, is get the spy over here, because now I know that this looks a little more threatening. This does have plenty of people, though. The other thing that's great about playing Dunland is just that their population growth for these barbarian factions is quite good relative to the Dunedain. So that we shouldn't be running into a lot of dead cities down here. Now, here, yeah, we're training cav. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 archer units. I think that's plenty. I think I want to have cav so that I can, threaten the flanks more easily and get these kind of devastating campaign victories. Because the other problem with Dunland is that, their units are as fast as yours if you're all infantry, and probably faster. So you won't kill them all on a battlefield, right? You're going to have some left over who you can't chase down unless you get cav. So now that we know that, let's go with another scout. I want to be a little over-informed. And since I know we're going to be defending Ettendale with no problem at all, we can afford... Let's see, you are going to send you down here. But we can afford to maybe move this way. Let's just see if there's any guys hiding out in the trees. I don't see them. I'm just going to hit you so that we won't have to deal with that. Just going to be an auto-calc. Didn't lose any men. He goes right back to the city. And now I think we can afford to put this under siege. Now there's also a 93% chance of getting in. And we might get something like a 25% chance of opening the gates. Let's see. I think we can send this spy over here to see if anyone is within hitting distance. And I don't think they are, so let's actually try that. 93%, 32% chance of opening the gates. Would I want to do that if I could? Yeah, I think so. We've got 54 and 60 of the pikemen. We've got 60 spears of the bridge. We've got a lot of archers. We got obviously our bodyguard guy. Some swords. Yeah, I'm going to put it under siege right now. We can't go yet, but I will maintain the siege, and next turn we're going to go for it. Now, down here, it looks like Dunland is turning north, which, of course they are, right? They haven't managed to take Dol Baran, but now they're finally mustering forces up here. But I think we'll be fine. So we'll see what they do. Oh, interesting. Ooh. This is really cool. So I don't want to turn this down because usually this is a good way to get money out of the AI. And it seems to be useful also to sort of getting their disposition where you want them. If you just outright reject everything, then I think it makes it harder for you to get stuff like protectorates later on. So let's actually counter this. And do I want trade? Yeah, let's trade and let's demand money. I want you to pay me. Let's see. This is kind of ridiculous. Let's see if they'll pay me 10,000. They probably have it. Oh, I'm proud of that. Okay, that was 10,000, right? I gotta check my income now. I think I entered the right number of zeros. Usually the AI is good for 10,000 for peace. If they come asking for it, or if you don't share a border with them, you can usually get peace out of them and they will pay you. So let's check out the last season report. I made 10,000 in diplomacy. That is awesome. That feels really good. That feels very much like a proper merchant king kind of move, right? The barbarians in the south want to end the war. They've had enough. They'd want to turn south and deal with Rohan. There's lots of problems. All right. Open up trade again, which we canceled initially, and give us 10,000 Mirian. That is awesome. Now we're trading with them now, and we probably want to stop that pretty soon because we're going to be hitting them again. But we've got a big army right on their borders. We've got another capable army over here. let's send the scout we just trained over here. See what Dunfata looks like. Okay, it's a lot of low-level stuff. Public order looks great, but they never get around to rebuilding the animal fights here. I'm not sure why. Okay, so this is an annoying army. Everything can throw javelins. Absolutely everything here is a spear-throwing unit. But these guys, the Dunwich Huntsmen, are maybe the least worrisome. They are skirmishers, so they're going to skirmish away from you. That said, as Tharbad, this is a particularly difficult unit class to deal with, because typically you don't have a lot of cav. So usually you've got like one or two strong cav units who can easily handle a sort of dedicated skirmisher unit like this. Right? Almost regardless of what other faction you're playing. Even Reunited Kingdom has, like, what is it, the Gondorian cavalry that you can train at whatever tier that is. And so they're good all-arounders. Our cavalry is very specific, and it requires a good charge. And against skirmishers who are running away from you, a good charge is what you're not going to get. The impact of your charge is going to be very weak. They will stop once any of them have engaged, and they will fight you, and you won't be charging anymore. So this is a little annoying, even if we have cav units. But that said, you know, I think we could handle this because we've got archers. That's what you really want to, you know, use against their skirmishers. Okay, but with that in mind, maybe we ought to build up a little bit. We've got so many people. Let's go for a couple of the spears of the bridge, and we're gonna have almost a full stack here. And I think I'm going to splurge yet again. We'll go for another scout. And we'll send them down south. Maybe I don't need to buy any more units out of Greyholm, but we could go ahead and get a couple hundred in crop rotation. We're just going to make the money even higher. All right, so I think that's probably a good point for us to end the episode here. It looks like this army, all of a sudden, those 4 units, the 3 units that went missing, have joined with the 1 unit that we knew of, and have decided to turn back north. So I'm going to put you guys, I'm going to put you here. We'll hide in the bushes, and we'll just see. Maybe they know exactly where we are, and they're going to hit us next turn, in which case, fine, I welcome it. We'll probably be able to beat them. But if they decide to turn here or here, we can probably take them out. And actually, let's not wait around. Let's get a couple of these units up north to help. Hopefully they don't turn around and hit those reinforcements. But what we're going to do next episode is Assault Foroddrain. I'm going to go ahead and queue that up right now. This shows to be a fairly balanced one. It is in terms of numbers. But I think if we're careful, we can make this a good one. I think I'll show this, so that'll be where we kick off the next episode. So thank you for watching this one, and I hope you'll stick around then. Take care in the meantime.